Hello, this is Grant, and welcome back to another episode of Dead Rising 1 Master Run. This episode we're going to be picking up the rest of the stuff on our to-do list, and then we're going to be heading out and getting a lot of plot from Isabella. So this door is finally open. It's kind of neat, and it's weird seeing this. I don't know if that's open. I think that's actually open in Infinity mode too. It's weird because you just forget about it. I think that's also there to help make sure you see that note from Otis. Otherwise, it'd be kind of like a big, like, where'd they go? Did he survive? Did he not? I'm sure it's something that's pretty easily missed. So here I'm just seeing what else I need. Basically just have to go up Paradise Plaza into North Plaza again. And we should be good. There actually exists speedruns of overtime mode because you're not really strictly timed. You have 24 hours to finish it. So there's that, but which is 2 hours in game time. I mean, real life time. But yeah, I didn't feel like that was necessary. There exist guides and stuff for that if you would like to. But basically it's I tried looking to see if there's any cool tricks I could learn, or if like there was like some secret like, oh, do XYZ and it makes Frank move faster. Who knows? Basically, yeah, your go-to is a skateboard. But that's about it. It's kind of cool, though. Your big issue is just you have to try and grab enough queens, because you need a lot, like 10 or something, all on your way around getting the items for Isabella. I have a little bit of a scare. You know, as I got better at playing this game again, I started saving less and less. And it really sucks to be set back, like, 2 hours or something, because not only is it going to take longer for me to edit, it means I have to go do the thing again. But it does mean I improve my gameplay every time I go through, because I know where the enemies are going to be at, or small things I need to do. You could actually go take a guess. Anything that I do really well in this game, it probably meant I died the first time, and I had to do it again. But if you see me mess up, that's probably a first take. Like that time where I went to go do the bombs and Kent was about to expire. That was about to be a problem. I probably would have left it in just as a neat little, like, did you know? Because I did not know that fight had, like, I had a path it could take. Much harder. Plus it would mean I would have to put my clothes back on. I have to go find everything. I talked before, you don't have to do the clothes, they don't do anything. But especially if you've done this game before, it's silly. And why not? It's fun. I totally recommend going through and like always switching out your apparel as much as possible so you can kind of get used to what you like. There's some cool stuff. That said, I actually think basic Frank looks pretty damn good. They did a good job. Wonder how accurate those items you're picking up are. Like, do they actually have to do some research? They found some biomedical technician or something and said, okay, if you had to make this pheromone spray using everything in a mall, what would you need? I don't know. It's kind of nice getting back to level 50. The game's a lot easier at level 50. I think back to level 1 where getting through the zombies was such like a huge deal. Because it's like, oh, they're so fast compared to you, and it's really hard to shrug them off. Because really, when it comes to zombies, it's all about just keep moving. Like, if you ever stop and fight zombies, particularly if you don't have like the small chainsaw or something, they're a real pain because, almost because they're slow. Like, you'll kill one, and by then another one will notice you and slowly start coming over. It's actually pretty hard to, like, clear the whole area. It's quite annoying. So here I think I might have been wanting to try and kill a helicopter again. I want to make sure I had it because I kind of consider it that big psychopath boss. But the rules on how that fight works are a little unclear. I think it's like the convicts in that you have the vehicle health and then you have the pilot health. So you can actually kill the helicopter in like 2 shots with the hunting rifle if you actually hit like the pilot in the head. Or you have to target the rotors of the helicopter, but that's quite difficult when it's flying at you and shooting. And it also has a lot of health. You basically have to just amass your machine guns and go in and do your best. Dead Rising's aiming system for guns is not that great because it recenters it on the y-axis. So that's unfortunate. So it takes so long to aim your gun every time you try and go into aim mode. But we're basically going to head right back at Isabella, give her everything. She's going to say, oh, I need queens. And then we'll be good. I think we have like 1-2 episodes left, and then we'll be done with the game. Let me know if you'd like to see some more, and I'm sure I could totally do it. Could do a lot of things in this game. It's pretty fun. I really like collecting the items. I think that's kind of cool. I'm not as much of a fan of collecting the queens, just because it takes some time, and it's not reliable.
So, this drug that stops the parasite growth?
These next cutscenes are going to be pretty big, though, so I might be a little quiet for them.
Have you ever made it before, or is it just a theory?
When I was working in the medical lab, my brother asked me to research a method of suppressing the parasite. Of course, back then, we didn't extract the hormones directly. We synthesized them in the lab.
So, he was looking to protect himself from his own terrorist scheme. He wanted a way out, is that it?
I don't know. I know he didn't bring the drug with him here. I have no idea what he intended to use it for. You think I'm just making excuses, but Carlito kept things from me.
Even if you do manage to make this drug, it won't completely cure me, will it?
I'm afraid not. When the effect wears off, the parasite will develop as it normally would, continuing the zombification process.
Fat lot of good that does me. Well, it's the only hope I've got now.
So as you can see, that only took 3 hours in-game to do all that. You have more than enough time. I can't imagine actually going through it all the time. I kind of wanted, though, it'd be cool to see Frank as a zombie.
Listen,
Be neat if there was like a mini game where you had to go infect people.
just how long do you suppose your drug will prevent me from turning into a walking corpse?
During my research, I was never able to conduct proper clinical studies. To a certain extent, the period of effectiveness depends on each patient's physiology. It could be a year, maybe only a week. There's no way to tell for sure.
Fantastic. So, I'll be a walking zombie time bomb.
A time bomb?
What?
Once the drug's development was complete, Carlito
It's a pretty cool
poured his
idea,
energy starting an NPO
but
dedicated to
it's
helping
not
war
clear
orphans. We had
about
50 doses of
where
drug prepared.
this whole thing with the kids go. Like, they don't ever say if this directly led into the events of like 2, like when they talk how LA fell. It seems that if they would go off, like the kids are zombies, it'd be much more massive. Like if there's 50 cities that are going to be affected, that would be huge, not just 2 or 3. So maybe he got out and found some, but he couldn't find everyone. Or maybe just they had a way of kind of stopping it before he started. They were like, once Frank's info got out and people were aware how zombies worked, then they could stop it.
I don't know. I just don't know.
Carlito, he planned a lot of contingency plans. Shout out to him.
See, LA? These kids are spread all over the country.
I want to say that they
Your
do.
theory is right.
This actually happens, and they do like go off, so to speak. Hence why until they talk about all these important figures needing a cure.
That we don't know for sure, that we can't warn anyone about this.
Well, what we need to do right now is prepare the hormone and get you taken care of.
But alright, this is Grant. And don't take your ticking zombie time bomb kids for granted.